A favorite DFS pitcher on this 4-game slate. Kenny, who is it?
Yeah, it's going to be none other than Charlie Morton, the guy with the ERA in the low threes for his playoff career. Just has absolutely been spectacular in this spot or in these types of spots over his career. And more so, when you look at the Milwaukee Brewers offense, in the second half, 16th in WRC+, I think that we have to learn, or we have to live with the fact that this Brewers offense is just not the same unit that really burst onto the scene in July and August. Willie Adames and Avi Garcia and all these home runs. Now, Christian Yelich has improved, and that's good. But the bottom line here is this is a very wounded offense. This is a pitcher that is surging right now in Charlie Morton, a guy that really started a little rocky this year and came on incredibly strong, reminded us why he's so good. His curveball is still one of the spinniest in baseball, and he also has a good track record against these Milwaukee Brewers this season. So I think that this is a great spot to play Charlie Morton at just $7,800, where you're going to get a lot of other guys going up to these high-priced names, really chasing Corbin Burns, chasing Walker Buehler. You can go out and get Charlie Morton here, maybe pair him with another mid-tier guy. I absolutely love this move.
Yeah, $7,800 too. Paul, who do you think is in a great spot?
I don't like to disagree with Kenny too often, but I'm going to go there today. The biggest disparity in the prices on starting pitchers is between Burns and Morton. That's a $1,300 gap. In the other 3 games, the difference is only $300 or $400. So I lean on Burns at the top of the board tonight. He has the best strikeout rate among all 8 projected starters, as well as the highest DraftKings points per game. It's those simple stats that'll guide me today. I tried to go and do a deep dive into all these analytical numbers that we usually talk about, and they didn't get me to a different conclusion. So save yourselves from getting that headache and go this route tonight.
Okay, Matty, how about you, dude?
So if we're just talking cash games, then it's Corbin Burns. I think he is clearly the best pitcher on the slate. He's the guy who probably deserves to win the Cy Young. Whether he will or won't, that's yet to be determined. But his matchup is good. I don't think that the Braves offense is a great offense. I think it's a decent one, though. So the reason to not go with Burns is really just the ownership. Like, he's going to be the chalk. He's going to be the highest owned pitcher by an extreme amount. The guy I like more is Framber Valdez. And I think that most lineups are going to take a higher priced pitcher like Burns or Buehler and a lower priced one like Sale or Shane Baz. I think Charlie Morton's fine, but I do think Framber will be even lower owned. Framber has a good situation going for him where he's an extreme ground ball pitcher and he's facing a lineup that also hits a lot of ground balls. And that combination just means we're going to see most likely a lot of ground balls. But it's just that he's an undervalued guy in general. I think most slates that he's on this year, people don't play enough of him. I think the walks kind of scare people, but the White Sox are a bit of a free swinging team outside of Yasmani Grandal. Like, I just think this is a guy no one really wants to play, and maybe only 10 or 15% of the field has him. And aside from Burns, I really think you can kind of go any direction with these pitchers. So for me, if you're not picking Burns, you just pick the other one that the most people are steering away from, and I think that's Framber Valdez.